Welcome, gentle gamers, to the MTG Greybeard. Sorry I'm starting the video a moment late. I've played a Hunted Witness. My opponent is playing one of my favorite commanders, Jhoira, Weatherlight Captain. It's always fun to see what cards are being played in the Jhoira deck that I don't play, having just made a silly homebrew. Sentinel Totem. Scry 1 when it enters the battlefield, do some graveyard hate. That's a cool artifact. I might include that in my own Jhoira deck. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Are they going to let me resolve this Arcane Signet or what? Or are you going to exile all cards from our graveyards in response to that? Hopefully they learn how to use the space bar to skip. Weathered Runestone. Can't cast spells from graveyards or libraries. Well, I'm not too worried about that. I've got Teysa or I've got the Falconwrath Noble. I'll start with the Noble. So that's a drain life effect when a creature dies. I've got all the land I can use. I will play Teysa. Replicating Ring? I must play that in my Jhoira deck. It takes so long to get all those counters. How many counters do you need? 8? Oh, Jhoira's out. She's profiting. Oh, and you're playing your Grave Shot. Oh, that's a card I should play in Jhoira. I don't know why I hadn't thought about that. A Grave Shot, because she storms. Well, that's a bit of draining I got to do. Whoops, I should have cast the Malakir Callblade first. Oops. Well, I guess they'll have a chance to get Jhoira out again. The Mox isn't going to be useful until she comes out. Oh, and here comes the Gilded Lotus. Letter of Acceptance. That's one out of Strixhaven that I appreciate, but I don't know if I've played. Now, I don't have any creatures in my graveyard because they exile them. So I guess I'll just all attack. Agadeem's Awakening. I'd love to play, but I don't have any creatures in the graveyard. Treasure Vault, I'm not sure if that's one I should play. It is an artifact land. I could always sacrifice it to my my Rust monster. Brainstorm is still allowed in this format, although I guess not in the Historic anymore. Definitely play me some Psy. I thought it would be fun to do more of a Thopter build for Jhoira. So that opened the graves as a limited application when I got a bunch of tokens. I'm not totally sure if it's my favorite card for this deck. What do you think? Leave me a comment if you think Open the Graves and the whole zombie sub-theme belongs in my Teysa deck. Jhoira's gonna get started worrying here. I do play the Thaumatic Compass, but honestly, I haven't really felt like I use it a whole lot. That's a cuttable. Tormod's Crypt I do not play in my Jhoira. I guess it's pretty smart to be able to choke out a graveyard. Now if I can just get my Dread Knight out, or, I mean, Dread Dog, what's it called? Ugh. I didn't want another land. That don't help none. Now once Jhoira gets the Paradox Engine out and gets Warren, I'm really doomed. Jin Gataxis. I haven't wanted to spend the Mythic. At the beginning of your end step, draw 7 cards. Each opponent's maximum hand size is reduced by 7? That's nuts. That's really neat. I'm gonna just destroy Jhoira. I think that's the smart play here. I can live without cards in hand. Well, I got to make some zombies. The dreaded dog would kind of win me the game, wouldn't it? Dreadhound? I guess it's the Dreadhound. Oh, looks like they're gonna get whirring. Here's the Paradox Engine. Oh, and they're making a copy of what? Oh, they haven't made it yet. There's the Wishing Well. Now all they need to do is get their Aetherflux Reservoir going and storm off. Renegade Map draws you a card. You want to save up a bunch of mana, and then when you cast your next spell, everything untaps. This is the part of Jhoira that always stresses me out, because the timer is running. Ah, Jhoira's Familiar makes things even cheaper. Now artifacts are 3 cheaper to cast. You make 1,000,000 Thopter, whatever you call them, tokens. Ah, here's the Word of Invention. That'll find the Aetherflux Reservoir, which has a casting cost of 4. Aetherflux Reservoir is going to be adding a lot of life because there's been so many spells cast this turn. Oh, well, this is fun to get a demonstration of Jhoira. A Manalith. Now that's not one that I would play. I feel like there's better rocks. I guess they play a version of Jhoira that just uses a whole lot of rocks. So here's Ugin. There's the Aetherflux Reservoir. It's over. Now they're just playing stuff for fun. I could put the Spirit Dragon in. I ended up buying that. Oh, and that easily exiles all your tokens. They just need a couple more spells. And they'll go up over 50 life. And then Sai comes in and he can sacrifice all those Thopters. Help you cast a spell and then untap everything all over again. That about does it. One more spell. Nice, I'm forcing you to go through with it because, well, I enjoy Jhoira, and I think it's fun to get a video of somebody using her this way. My deck is also built around the Paradox Engine Aetherflux Reservoir build. There we go, pal. Too bad I couldn't get out Exquisite Blood, which shuts down that combo. As you can see in another video, it was Jhoira versus I forget who. What's taking you so long? How much life do you need? Prismari Command, I'm not sure if I play. That's a real good card, though. Oh, holy smokes. I draw the Exquisite Blood for some reason. What happened to make me draw a card? I'm not even sure. Hope of Garapper is a card that I bought on the recommendation of a Twitter friend for the Jhoira deck in its paper version. What are we waiting for? Oh, that's what it is. Each player draws. I'm just stupefied here. Do they not know that they've won? Your go. Prophetic Prism I don't play. It's a 2 mana filter? They're gonna mill me out here? Oh, Harnfell Horn of Bounty. Oh, is that the other side of Bergie Goddess Storytelling? She's got a cool storm thing going on. I can see her working for Jhoira. Oh, up to 255 life. How do I have a Lunar Veteran in what? Oh, because I'm not Jhoira. I'm Teysa. I knew that. Smothering Tithe would sure be good against Jhoira when she's drawn all those cards. Let's see how much mana they can gain. Oh, here's the Weatherlight. I haven't bothered to invest the Mythic on it yet, but I do play it in my paper deck because that's just such a flavor win to get to crew the Weatherlight with a bunch of Thopters. Right, so Exquisite Blood. Oh, they're doing a counter. Thought they might have had a counter spell. Oh wait, but I can pay 3. Oh, and they're adding that, huh? I'll just see how much life we can persuade them to gain here. Oh, I can't pay the tithe. What else can I play? Play the Priest of Forgotten Gods and maybe a Forsworn Paladin. Oh, are they finally gonna take me out here? Now, does Open the Graves get doubled? Oh, you're countering the targeted activated ability. Oh, that's funny. Tail's End. Oh, that's the end of the tail. I've got all the answers here. You trying to deck yourself or something? Let's see what they're trying to do. They're just piling the midnight clock counters on, and they're gonna have to discard all that. Or they're gonna shuffle it into the library. Oh, we'll see what else they play in Jhoira, Weatherlight Captain. Metallic Rebuke. That's a counter spell that you improvise. Your artifacts help you pay for that. That's a card I might play in my Jhoira deck. We've got a Workshop Assistant. Return artifacts when it dies. My paper Jhoira deck is really based around a sacrifice. Oh, you got Mystic number 23 Thopter tokens under here. Saheeli's going to create even more Thopters. Oh no, that's going to create servos. Are you going to attack me en masse with all your creatures? Mecha Godzilla, now we're just getting silly. Oh, it's Crystalline Giant, but they just call it Godzilla. Chromatic Lantern's a fun one. You gotta cycle through all these artifacts. Unstable Obelisk, I didn't know that was available. That's one that I play on paper sometimes. I was playing it more until I felt like I found better things. But I still sometimes play it to have just the remove a non-land permanent, even though it's expensive. Add mana or tap a creature. Spinning Wheel. I didn't even know about that mana rock. Forsaken Monument's doing a lot of work here. They've got Moonsilver Key from Midnight Hunt. That's one I play with. Folio of Fancies. I don't. Oh, here's Tezzeret Artifice Master. I don't really play with this guy either. Didn't want to invest the Mythic. Let's throw the Thopter build, huh? Search your library for a permanent card. That's pretty useful, but it takes so long. I don't know if he's really that good in Commander. Oh, here goes the Midnight Clock. Spring Jaw Trap. It's like an expensive lightning bolt. Playing the Letter of Acceptance again. Graph Digger's Cage. I mean, it's a cheap artifact and it shuts down graveyardy stuff. I guess that might be a good one to play. I don't want to spend another rare, though. Thaumatic Compass became Spires of Erasca, which has a Maze of Ith ability. Oh, they're finally attacking me. How much damage are they gonna do? Get me down to negative 69. Definitely trolling. Thanks for watching.